The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 8th of April, 1661. Up early, my Lady Batten knocking at her door that comes into one of my chambers. I did give directions to my people and workmen, and so, about 8 o'clock, we took barge at the Tower, Sir William Batten and his lady, Mrs. Turner, Mr. Fowler, and I. A very pleasant passage, and so to Gravesend, where we dined, and from thence a coach took them and me, and Mr. Fowler, with some others, came from Rochester to meet us on horseback. At Rochester, where alight at Mr. Alcock's, and there drank and had a good sport, with his bringing out so many sorts of cheese. Then to the Hill House at Chatham, where I never was before, and I found a pretty pleasant house, and I'm pleased with the arms that hang up there. Here we supped very merry, and late to bed. Sir William telling me that old Edgeborough, his predecessor, did die and walk in my chamber. It did make me somewhat afeard, but not so much as for mirth's sake I did seem. So to bed in the treasurer's chamber. The 9th of April, 1661. Continued from yesterday. And lay and slept well till 3 in the morning, and then waking, and by the light of the moon, I saw my pillow, which overnight I flung from me, stand upright, but not bethinking myself what it might be, I was a little afeard, but sleep overcame all, and so lay till high morning, at which time I had a candle brought me, and a good fire made, and in general it was a great pleasure all the time I stayed here to see how I am respected and honoured by all people. And I find that I begin to know how to receive so much reverence, which at the beginning I could not tell how to do. Sir William and I by coach to the dock, and there viewed all the storehouses and the old goods that are this day to be sold, which was great pleasure to me, and so back again by coach home, where we had a good dinner, and among other strangers that come, there was Mr. Hempson and his wife, a pretty woman, and speaks Latin. Mr. Allen and 2 daughters of his, both very tall, and the youngest very handsome, so much as I could not forbear to love her exceedingly, having, among other things, the best hand that ever I saw. After dinner, we went to fit books and things, Tom Hayter being this morning come to us, for the sale by an inch of candle, and a very good sport we and the ladies that stood by had, to see the people bid. Among other things sold there was all the States Arms, which Sir William Batten bought, intending to set up some of the images in his garden, and the rest to burn on coronation night. The sale being done, the ladies and I and Captain Pett and Mr. Castle took barge, and down we went to see the sovereign, which we did, taking great pleasure therein, singing all the way, and among other pleasures, I put my lady, Mrs. Turner, Mrs. Hempson, and the 2 Mrs. Allens into the lanthorn, and I went and kissed them, demanding it as a fee due to a principal officer. With all which we were exceeding merry, and drunk some bottles of wine and neat's tongue, and then back again home, and so supped, after much mirth, to bed. I'll just put this little side note in. When Pepys says they had a sale by an inch of candle, it was a section of wax candle an inch in length was lit for each lot, and the successful bidder was the one who shouted immediately before the candle went out.